Yeah, I just say, hey, I want to talk, but no. Hey. Are we up?
Yep.
Are we on? Hey, everybody there. Good morning, and welcome to drum roll, please, TheCamel live stream, the fastest, bestest, number one rated. You want it?
Yeah.
Number one rated live stream for Duda agencies all over the planet, the universe. They're even watching it on Mars.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Wow, we've reached so far.
Yeah, we've gone so far. We're in Mars.
Yeah.
And today I'm Shane, I'm CEO of TheCamel, and on my right, Mr. L'Oreal. Who was the skincare thing?
Noah.
And Noah. Skincare. It's a new sponsor.
Yeah.
On my left, sponsored by JW.org, is the super famous, you're very famous though.
How?
Oh, I get emails every day. That Melody. What a champion, what a legend. And I talked to your mother about you as well. So that's a good thing. Because her mother, of course, if you've been a regular on this, like thousands of others, you'll know her mother is my bestie. We are great mates. And as per usual, the champion, the legend, J-Ma. Ooh. J-Ma, you're a bit silent.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, you're listening. See how
He's a
professional.
background guy.
He's so professional, J-Ma. Anyway, let's get on with it.
Sure.
We'll thank all our other sponsors later
Yeah,
at the end, because we have so many people to thank.
Yeah.
We're getting inundated with free gifts and money. Away we go. So what's up first? Drum roll. The world famous, feather ruffling, Wall-E. Here it is, folks.
There.
Dum da da da. Do you reckon Jehovah will go Wall-E? I think so. AI weekly yarn or bitch or carry on, whatever it is. No, bitch is not a bad word. They call cats bitches.
Yeah.
Right? So used in the right context, it's not a bad word. Anyway, Wall-E AI weekly yarn, which is where we get to do some feather ruffling about good things, bad things about AI.
Yes.
And normally it's about products and services. But today, we're going to give a shout out to a very famous CEO in India. Anyway, bit of history behind this. When we went back in the day, we started originally doing our Wall-E weekly yarn, and also must give thanks to Pixar Animation Studios and Walt Disney Pictures.
Yep.
Because otherwise they might sue
Don't
us.
sue us.
Because we're so popular.
Yeah. We're just borrowing Wall-E.
We're just borrowing Wall-E, right? And you'll see Jeffrey the Camel they're good mates. Because that's the attitude you should have with AI.
Yeah.
You should be friends.
Yes.
It's in my latest blog, which if you go to www.camel.co, click blogs, you'll be able to read that. Or if you subscribe to our newsletter, you'll get it automatically. Anyway, this week, if we go back in the day, we talked about one of the problems with AI is fear, shock, worry. It's probably going to take jobs.
Yeah.
And I've got to admit, I hit it a bit hard.
Yep.
I did. The first 2 weeks, I was a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And that's when we decided to call it Wall-E, to put a bit of love in it. Right? And then what happened was I was born again. I had an apparition, a moment, and I became a lover, not a fighter of AI. So anyway, we talked about the fact that it was going to lay off jobs and all, and there's been some casualties. Casualties? Good word.
Yeah.
Of the AI influence in this global world of digital age, there's been some casualties already. But today, let's talk about, I notice how professional I am today. No more leaning over to play with the Mac. We've just got the iPhone with all the notes.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to talk about, this guy, this is legendary, right? This guy, CEO of the commerce platform Dukaan. That's how you'd say it in the Philippines. Dukaan.
Yeah.
Right? But probably in India you'd say Dukaan.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
Anyway, his name, now I can say this because it's been in the news. Like it's public.
It's public knowledge.
It's
Yeah.
public domain, right? Sumit Shah. G'day, mate, if you're watching, because I know we're very popular in India. Right? Sumit Shah, the CEO of the e-commerce platform Dukaan. Right? What happened was, he decided that he'd give the AI chatbot a bit of a run.
Okay.
As you all do. Right? And what happened was that he decided to use this new chatbot and he's got 26 people that were working for him in his support centre.
Okay.
And what happened?
What happened?
What happened?
I'm glad you asked. What happened was that within 1 week, he reduced customer support costs by 85%. So the next question is,
How?
how? What would you do?
Yeah.
Well, this guy told inside of the layoffs, which means out of the 26 people, he laid off 23 people in a matter of 7 days, right? So he tried out the chatbot, he lowered his costs, and he decided 23 people can find other ways to eat and support themselves,
Oh.
right? And then he went and posted on Twitter that of his amazing success, where he was spending a few $1,000s on salaries and everything, all of a sudden his customer support cost is $100.
Well,
Oh, we got to give it up.
yeah.
What a big-hearted individual,
Yeah.
right? But anyway, he employs
Something to
60
put in.
people. He still employs 60 people, but that's until he learns that AI can build websites and do SEO.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, if you're the other, what's 23 minus 60? 37?
Yeah, 37.
37? If you're the other 37 that work for Sumit Shah, what I suggest is get your resume ready. Right, because he's going to work out other things. But anyway, he was a living legend because he posted it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So he got there, he won the worse than Elon Musk
Yeah.
award.
For sure.
Right, because that what he fired, 15,000 or something, right?
Yeah.
1,500, right? Anyway, the Insider reported another set of layoffs that sparked similar outrage was the US National Eating Disorder Association.
Doesn't go.
We shouldn't laugh about this.
Yeah, but sorry about that.
It's funny hearing about it.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
context that why we are hearing about this.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's got a funny ending.
Yeah.
all right.
This one qualifies as a camel chat. I'm telling you, right?
Okay.
Anyway, the US National Eating Disorder Association, which you're obviously familiar with them, aren't you? No? Are you familiar with them?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, she's heard of them. Of course you have, right? Anyway, the US National Eating Disorder Association laid off its entire helpline
Oh.
and replaced with a chatbot.
Oh.
So they got like 15, 20 people and they said, goodbye, right, away you go. But there was a silver lining on this. Something happened
What happened?
that you were asking. And what happened was, this is a crack up. Soon after, right, the chatbot was disabled.
Oh no!
Why? Because it was giving out harmful information on eating disorders.
Oh no!
So poor people with eating disorders like, what's that, bulimia and
Bulimia,
What's the other one?
anorexia.
anorexia?
Yeah.
So suddenly they don't have a hotline.
No, I don't have a hotline.
The hotline is dangerous now.
And soon after the chatbot was disabled, right, imagine you call it up and you say, oh my God, I'm not eating properly, I need help. And this chatbot says, get a life.
Oh no!
I'm imagining they saying, hey, I'm not eating correctly. I'm imagining the chatbot is just saying, well, have you tried eating?
Probably. Oh my God.
It's like, that's the solution, but it's not addressing the problem.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I've thought of that.
Yeah, I thought of that. So I can't help it, I'm vomiting every night and all this sort of stuff.
Have you
No.
tried?
Have you tried?
Not doing it?
Have you tried? So anyway, it gave out all this information that was totally useless.
Oh
my
no.
God.
And it was bad for you, so they decided to put the chatbot on the unemployment line and go and hire humans. Now, the thing is, I mean, in all seriousness, we should not be laughing at this.
Yeah,
folks.
but
You're
yeah.
frivolous. Do you realise that? You have no heart.
It's the context that I was laughing about.
You
Not
notice I didn't laugh.
The exact situation.
I was
you
serious.
started it. Come on.
I felt sorry for...
You haven't told us it and you were laughing.
Yeah.
You set the frame. You set the setting.
I tell you, when
You
I
even
read it,
said this cracked me up.
it's cracked me up. It cracked me up.
So what were we expecting?
But the thing is, yeah, in all seriousness, that's really bad. Because in the first place, it's not bad to explore AI. They shouldn't have fired the entire crew.
They
They
shouldn't
should
have
have
fired.
left some.
Yeah, I mean, these people, no heart.
Yeah.
I also want to know how long did they decide to do this? It's
Well,
like,
it must
did
be.
they just sample a few times?
It must have been
And
quick.
how long did they realize that, oh, this AI is giving harmful information, we're gonna pull it out?
Yeah.
How long did that take? Because I'm sure people
How
are
many
calling
people
them.
have been given
Yeah,
bad advice?
It's crazy.
Because this is an official,
Yeah.
this is an official place, and it's like, I'm sure whatever they're saying is the truth.
Yep.
My God.
So in
right.
defense of chatbot AI things, I'm going to be open. Now the Camel, we're about to put in a chatbot AI thing. We're going to
Yes.
fill it up with all our, FAQs?
Yep.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. Now, why are we doing that? Are we going to fire anyone? No. Are we going to make anyone have an eating disorder? No. There'll be no stress. Why? Because we're going to do what AI application people, when they put AI in, we're going to use it for what it's meant to be used for.
Yep.
And that is some basic task thing.
The legwork.
Yeah, the legwork, right?
The things you don't want to do, but it has to be done.
Yeah. So we're going to get it as the first point of call,
Yeah.
where you'll go there, you'll ask a question, and these AI bots are pretty smart,
Yes. They
right?
are.
And if you've got a lot of information, because they're only as good as what you give them,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
We will teach them how.
it'll be able to help people, boom, straight away. Most of the time, the problems that people have got can be answered by the chatbot because the information's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what it gives the Camel the opportunity to do is upskill.
Yes.
So all the kids that are sitting there doing the mundane
Yeah.
stuff,
Mundane, yeah.
mundane, boring, they don't really want to come to work, right? What we're going to do with them is we're going to upskill them so they can go to a higher level of support.
Yes.
Now what does that mean? Those people that were already at that higher level of support, we can create a whole range of new products and services
Yes.
because we can increase their skills. And that's the secret. So we're not going to be like our CEO mate from India. We're not going to be like, God bless them, the National Eating Disorder Association. We're not going to be like them, right? We're going to sit back. We're going to implement Wall-E because it's a great idea to get rid of the mundane stuff and upskill everyone. No one's getting fired at the Camel, and it'll be bigger and better for our beautiful, wonderful, we love you, love you, love you customers. How was that?
That's
Did
really
I
good.
end that on I ended that on a good note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
you
is.
did.
Alrighty. And that took up,
Yeah.
what's the matter?
That's the
Giant-
thing with our feather ruffling as well. It's
It was a
not
bit-
just to bash or compliment AI.
We
it's
didn't bash Sumit.
letting people be aware
I was gentle on Sumit.
of AI.
Yeah, it's like you presented the facts, this is
I
what
told the
happened,
facts.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
But I got to be honest with you, the comments on Twitter were not as gentle.
Well, I bet.
Yeah.
All right, if I was Sumit, I'd be a bit upset. If I was Sumit's parents, I would have been upset. You're talking to my child like that. What do you do? That's crazy. And the
had it
National
coming.
Eating Disorder, we're proud of them because they've seen the evil of their ways and they're back to hiring people because, hey, it's not good when you go to a help desk and you get the wrong information. All right?
On a positive note,
On a positive note.
that'll become case study for why you shouldn't get rid of people just to
A
replace
case-
them with AI.
Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
What?
What?
What does
does
that
that
mean?
Thank you. I'm glad you asked me. What that means is the Camel, as per usual, we have become a groundbreaker. Right? We have introduced something where, as Mr. L'Oreal on the right here, right, turns around and exactly points out, we have broken ground.
Yeah.
We are now a case study. Right? People, when they search, should I fire people? In Google, it automatically come up the camel.com. Right? We are front runners. Now, that's the end of Feather Ruffling with Wall-E.
Yes.
Thank you. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Yes, now we're going to get to the serious part of the day. Always my glasses always do that.
Yeah, it's crooked.
Do you like my new glasses?
Yeah?
Yeah.
They look very trendy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Because
suit
of the
you
white.
well.
Do I look like 18 or 19 when I wear? No. Okay, shut up. Okay, now what we're going to talk about is, what was the subject?
The subject is
The subject is
design
Okay.
Ooh.
Is design really awesome? Or customers just want the facts, Jack. Leave the pretty pictures, I don't care.
Yeah.
So we're going to discuss that in depth now for the next 30 minutes or whatever it is. But I'm going to introduce the theme. All right, so drum roll, please. Why is it something we should be thinking about when it comes to design? Well, when people land on that beautiful, wonderful, what you think is sexy website, we're going to get in first, there is a couple of things that happen. There is only 2.6 seconds. That's it. If you don't grab their attention in that 2.6, guess what?
It's over.
Bye.
Yeah.
You're gone with the wind, baby. Right? What that means is the person will be looking at the screen and say, what I'm looking at? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Now,
That's cool.
what's it really about? When they get there, what they should be thinking about is, show me the money!
It's really good.
Thank you, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what's the next slide?
The
Nah,
graph.
wrong one. Yeah. What we want them to do when they hit that screen, that 2.6 seconds, guess what, folks? Are you ready for this? If they see what they like, do you know how long they will stay on that home page? 5 to 6 seconds. And what will they be staring at? The image and the opening line.
Yeah, opening.
So guess what, folks? That image and that line has got to be so powerful that the person on the screen says, hit me, Jamar, you had me at hello.
Hello.
And that is the theme of today. I want to give myself a round of applause
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
really
Thank you.
powerful.
That was powerful, wasn't
Very
it?
nice.
Aye.
Fusion of images.
You don't want to be gone with the wind. You don't want your customers to say, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. You want them to say, show me the money. And when they look at that image and that opening statement, you had me in a low.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank Jerry Maguire, the movie, for that. It was a great movie, actually. Great movie. One of Tom Cruise's best. Tom watches our show,
Yeah.
right? He knows. And
Hello.
away you go. Now, because I'm a professional, I'm going to give you some statistics, folks.
Ah.
Because I'm going to represent the argument.
Yep.
If you want to be, you had me at hello and not gone with the wind, I'm telling you, I'm going to be a marketer and I'm going to tell you, get that image right, get that opening statement right, and guess what? Who cares about the rest of the website?
Yeah.
That's going to be my defence today. And I'm going to give you some statistics to show you. Can you bring up the stats, please, Sir John?
One of our mottos as well. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it.
That's it. Can't measure, can't manage. Now, we have to thank good firms for this thing because their logo's down the bottom. Can I
They
kill
did
someone that they
the
didn't put the
survey.
camel? We could have plagiarised this like good people.
Yeah. We're good people. We
We
don't do
didn't
that.
put our logo there, but that's because I didn't tell anyone. Anyway, top reasons for a visitor to be gone with the wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, and not. You had me at a low. First one, 88.5%
Slow loading.
Yeah.
slow loading.
Super understandable.
What do we call slow loading?
Yeah. Takes forever.
Takes forever. So, what that means is, if 88.5% are going to be gone with the wind,
Yeah. forget
forget about design.
They
This is
won't.
my argument. You two are great designers. You can fight me in a minute, right? But if 88.5%, now remember the top notch is 100.
Yeah.
So if 88.5% will hit the road, Jack, you're gone with the wind, because it's slow, what does the design matter?
Yeah, they won't even see it.
Won't even see it. Right? Second one,
Non-responsive. website.
73.1, non-responsive websites. Why is that important? Because, folks,
At this day and age,
this thing,
This is always on your person.
if it's not viable in there,
on that,
it's not viable at all.
73.1% are going to be gone with the wind because, frankly, my dear, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Right? So, non-responsive website. Can I ask you a question? Out of 100%, can you see design mentioned yet?
No.
No.
No. Can you see if it's not a Mona Lisa, Picasso, if it's not pixel perfect,
Yeah.
like some of these people go on about, right? It's going to affect it. So far,
None.
slow, non-responsive. That's the thing. So in other words, you could have a doggable website
Yeah.
that
It will
flies
matter.
and looks good on mobile. You're home. Next one, which is my bugbear. 61.5% said they would be gone with the wind. And understand, this survey was only done 3 weeks ago.
Ooh.
So it's recent.
Yeah,
Very
good
tiny.
firms did this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
61.5% will be gone with the wind. There'll be no you had me at a low, no show me the money. They will be gone because of bad navigation. What does that bad navigation mean? Melody?
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically imagine you're on your phone and you're trying to order something. You go to the restaurant, you're like, all right, I like the food, I like the menu. How do I order? How do I order? How do I order? I keep scrolling.
Exactly.
How do I order? Where do I place my order?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good explanation.
Yeah, it is. I really like that.
I-
Cracked me up.
Wow.
How do I order? How
Can
do
we
I
give a
order?
round of applause to Melody for that one?
That's really good.
J-Mo, that was pretty good. You imagine her on a, what do you call it, a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, your bad navigation,
Yeah.
how do I order? How do I order? How do I
How do
order?
I contact you guys? Where? I like the pictures, really, but how do I get in contact?
How do I, where's the call to action? Where?
I
Where?
do that on onboarding now.
You do.
I might do that on onboarding now. It's
Let
very,
me- let
it's
me
really
give you
convincing.
something.
Yeah.
While I'm on it, hamburger menu or normal menu?
For mobile, it's always ideal to have hamburger menu.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Everyone likes hamburger menus?
That
I
falls
love
in line with the non-responsive because it's going to be too long
Yeah.
in a mobile. No one wants to scroll.
Let me ask another question. Do you believe, and I'm not going to hold you to this here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hold you to this one.
Okay.
Do you believe, because of Duda's magnificent, what Duda you get? Desktop, tablet, mobile view,
Yeah.
right? And because it's responsive and the Duda magic,
Mm-hmm.
right, it adjusts it to the screen size and all this sort of waffling stuff. I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
I think they use magic and mirrors and pixie dust, right? Do you think that back in the day, we used to have a mobile site design,
Yeah.
a template design, and a desktop design? This is before responsive.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea? Or doesn't matter?
Well, they did what they could at the time, so I think it's pretty good because at least they have offered something that will fit that market.
Yeah.
So it's good, but yeah, ultimately they caught up with times, upgrades. It's automatic now.
Yep.
It's responsive, so it's really good.
Responsive cool, does its job.
Yeah.
Okay. Bad navigation drives me insane.
I will never forget that now. How do I order? How do I order?
How do I order? How
How
do
do
I
I
order?
order?
And you know what? We now copyright.
Yeah.
How do I order? How do I
Don't
order?
use
How do I
that.
order?
Oh, no.
Right? If Melody, on behalf of Melody, the whole Camel family will sue you, and it'll be over. Now,
Add our logo.
let's get to the guts of this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Top reasons for a visitor to leave a website: be gone with the wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. No, show me the money, and definitely you'll be looking for another date because you will not have them at hello. 38.5% outdated design. Now, let's be serious about
So
this.
it's just the fourth.
It's only 38.5%.
Yeah, and it's the fourth factor. It's not that I expected that to be up front.
So you know what this tells me? You can be fast,
Yeah.
you can be responsive, you can have good navigation, but it might not be pixel perfect. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's what that's telling me.
Yep.
Now, folks, disclaimer. We're not saying you're going to have a website designed by a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
right? Mind you, there's some talented 3. Anyway, you're not going to have a website designed by a 3-year-old or a DIY or something like that that's totally ugly,
Yeah.
right? We're talking, you work it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Duda's drag and drop, if you were a person that had average skill.
Yeah.
You can make a pretty sexy
Yeah.
drag and drop website,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right? That would look the part.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's hard. It's hard for me, at least. It's harder to create a website that is outdated in design rather than if I do it freestyle without any planning and just do it on the fly. I think it will still come up as a pretty decent website, not just because I'm a designer, but as you have mentioned, with Duda, for example, you drag something, you drop it, you change the color, you adjust something, it's gonna look decent anyways. So
It
it's
gets the
really,
job done.
yeah, it's really hard to do an outdated website if you're starting now.
Okay, let's throw in another one. The Camel has 250 plus templates.
Yeah.
Okay? And we have basic, intermediate, and advanced templates. So you've got 3-year-old, right? Basic ones, you've got basic drag and drop website for a butcher, baker, candlestick maker that we can make a pretty good looking website, but it'll be fast to load. It'll have a really good navigation. What was the other point?
Responsive.
And it'll be 100% responsive because it's Duda.
Yeah.
Right? Will it look good? Yes. Right?
Of course.
Will it be Picasso, Mona Lisa of, JP, world's greatest. JP is very famous globally.
For sure.
Especially in the Italian community. Because they're so artistic, they love JP. He gets letters and cards, offers a marriage. It's huge. Right. So anyway, if you wanted to, you could be Picasso with a template, right? And what does that give you again? It gives you this really good design that only 38% of the population of the world really care about, but it will go fast, it will be easy to get all over the shop, and it will be awesome on 87% of the population's favourite toy, mobile phone. So, next one. Just covered that. I'm going to put it all together of what you got in a minute. Can I go back to that slide again? No, the statistic one.
graph,
There you go.
Okay, go back to the statistic one. Poor content and structure.
Oh, yeah.
34.6.
Yeah.
Again, it's not, is that the death of the sale? No.
No.
Right? It can be fast, it's responsive, it's got good navigation, it's drag and drop, it looks pretty good. Poor content and structure. So, people get all, I'm not going to use that A word, what is it? They get all special, all serious about things,
Oh, yeah. Strict.
What's
entitled.
Yeah, don't use the A word.
I'm not allowed to use the A word.
Yeah.
Because
So you can use strict.
the voice of spiritual reason gets very upset with me. So those people that are particular,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
good
better
word.
term. Yeah.
It's a good
those
word.
people that are particular about spelling and grammar and all this sort of stuff, right? They read some of these things in the drag and drop and they have epileptic fits. They'd be calling the National Eating Disorder place because they get a chatbot and they hang up. Right? But anyway,
We managed to come back to it.
I couldn't help
I thought we
myself.
were done.
Right? And Sumit would be saying, why didn't I build that website?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, poor content and structure. So if it's got spelling mistakes, shocking grammar, right, and all that, it really doesn't matter that much. Okay, yes, it's still a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
If I
not
had
denying it's a problem.
but if you had a 30% chance of dying doing something,
Yeah.
you'd still try.
Yeah. The thing is,
If someone gave me a 70-30 chance of living,
yeah.
I'd give it a go.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd ride a motorbike.
Yeah. Only grammar Nazis will be too particular with that.
Yeah.
What do I call them? The particulars.
The particular people.
The particular people out there will get, what's that? Who's that?
We got
Hey, Jay.
Jay.
Hey,
Hey, Jay! Leanne Mira! Hey, girl!
It's Amira. Hi.
Clara, Clarissa, we love you. Hey, you love the topic, Leanne. Keep going. Or stay with us.
Yep.
Stay with us because this has got a big, huge ending.
Yeah.
Right? So 34.6, if they're very particular,
Yeah.
they will have an epileptic fit and they'll go crazy and they won't be
Yeah.
able to sleep at night. They'll break out in hives and they'll just go crazy. But the average customer,
Won't
go
matter.
to Shopify
Yeah.
and have a look at some of the what are they, e-commerce people and their spelling.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be kidding.
Yep.
Who cares?
Sure.
Show me the money.
People will probably laugh, but in the end, it's still understandable.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that
And
much.
yeah, in particular for e-commerce, what they care about the name of the product, the picture of the product, and how much it is.
That's
and
it.
How can I get it shipped
Yeah.
to my place?
Show me the money.
Yep.
They get all Jerry Maguire. That's
Yeah.
how we explain it now.
Yeah.
So we've
Go
got
Jerry
the.
Maguire.
If you want to speak about responsive,
Yeah.
right? If you want to talk about show me the money, they get all Jerry Maguire about that.
Yeah.
And if people say, how good's your website design? No such thing as Gone with the Wind. And frankly, my dear, people do give a damn.
Yeah.
Right, okay, last one. This one made me laugh. Because it's always, if someone on the Do to Facebook page says, how can I put music on my website?
Yeah.
They get absolutely lynched.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. People go, oh my God, that's so old school.
Why?
Right? Why would you want that? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what? To the average Joe out there,
They don't mind.
or Joanne, because we're a politically correct program, obtrusive use of audio and video, 3.8%.
Yeah.
So, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn if you've got music.
Yeah.
I'll press mute.
Yes.
There is
If,
a workaround.
if it's fast in loading, if it's responsive, if it has great navigation, if the design is fine, if it's not Picasso, it's fine, right? If it has spelling errors and so forth, but it still gives you a rough idea of what you want, and if it has music playing in the background,
Yeah.
what do you call those? Funeral parlour home.
It's really annoying though to have
It is
music
bloody
back.
annoying.
Yeah. Because if you open the site, then suddenly something starts playing. I'm like, oh come on, how?
It's
How do I
fair.
turn this off? How do I turn this
Especially
off?
especially with how I navigate, because whenever I type something in Google, I'll open the first 10 tabs
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
And then music is playing, and I have to go
Where?
to each. Where?
Where?
Do I have to close everyone again? Great. Now I have to open each again.
It's insane, right? Obtrusive use of audio and video. Now, what I'm going to tell you, right? This morning, one of our great brothers, apart from AJ, who's our bestest brother,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Levi Oscar. He sent me
Ooh.
Levi's a great bloke. Love you, Levi. If you're listening, which I think he is. If not, he'll watch the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a devoted fan.
He's gonna come back.
Devoted, right? Anyway, he asked me a question this morning about one of his websites. He said, "What do you think? Be honest." Now, I actually a lot of the what do I call them? Particular people.
Yes.
A lot of the particular people would have gone off, right? Because there was a couple of mistakes on formatting and all that sort of
Itty bitty
stuff.
ones.
You know what I mean? They get particular,
Yeah.
right? But you know what I loved about this website? I don't think Levi's a designer by profession. I think he's more of a salesman. What I loved about that website, it was fast to load. It was responsive. And in fact, on mobile, it was sensational.
Ooh.
Right? It was. What was the next one?
Navigation.
The navigation was easy. But what I loved, and this is my major point of this, it was you had me at hello. Right? Forget about all this stuff for a minute, right? Except for speed, navigation, responsive. If you ain't got those three things, it's gone with the wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And there's no show me the money, and there's no second chance on a first impression, and there will be no second date.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
It will be, I left you at a low. Right?
Yeah.
The most important thing, and kids out there, look in the mirror. Kids, listen up to this. The most important thing on a website nowadays, back me up here, team, if I'm wrong, is when you get to that website, you're getting there for a reason.
Yeah.
What is the reason? You want a book, you want to buy, you want information. There's 2.6 seconds. That's it. So when they get to that home screen, what are they got to see? A great image that totally relates to why they are there.
Yeah.
They need an opening statement that totally says, we know why you're here. We are the answer to your problem because this is the solution we offer. And then what you set up a mindset of, no need to go any further, and I will stay 5 seconds longer and maybe beyond that. And then if you have a call to action, what they will do, click on it, and then you're home and hosed and they've got you. So forget about all the other stuff about design and everything else. What's that one? Solve a problem in 3 seconds, AJ.
Simplicity
You are
Simplicity
the
sells,
man.
Yeah.
Right? You're the man. 3 seconds, that's all you got. 2.6 seconds to be exact, AJ, because I'm an exact man.
Come on.
Right?
Don't be a particular.
Give or take 0.4 of a second. Hey, if you're in Formula One,
Yeah.
that's half the
That's a
straight.
lot, yeah.
Right? That's right. So I'm sorry, AJ. 2.6 seconds, right? It's important.
He's just getting back to you for
I'm
the
just getting
technical
back
questions that you
because
had.
that's a technical question.
Yeah.
This is I'm payback for last week,
Yeah,
pal.
it's payback.
All right. So for all those agencies out there, which we know there are millions,
Yeah.
millions watching us,
A lot.
right? But a lot of them put it on silent, so they don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Design, yeah, it cannot look like a dog's breakfast.
Yeah, of course.
But with basic templates, advanced, intermediate, you can look like Picasso. You've got all that stuff going. What do you
Agent said
say?
you win.
Surprise
You win.
agent.
Yay! Oh, I still love you, brother. So, because you get the speed, you get, our menus are awesome, right?
Yeah.
So the navigation is awesome, right? You get the responsiveness, so it's going to work sensational on what 86% of the population want, right? And away you go. But, do all that, and if you've got a bunch of waffle that means nothing, if you've got a picture of a ballerina and you're selling legs of lamb, right, it's not going to help you. It will be gone with the wind, Franklin Madeira don't give a damn, and there will be no showing of money, and there will be no hello.
Yep.
So the most important thing on design, speed, blah, blah, which comes as standard equipment with Duda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I was planning to say as well. Fortunately, we do
And
that. That's not a problem.
With the Camel,
Yeah.
no optional extra.
Yeah.
It's standard, folks. But what we don't give you is that image, that statement.
Yeah.
When they get
Yours.
there, welcome. We know why you're here.
Yeah.
We are the answer. Now, let me give you one of the world's greatest examples.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Let's see.
I've heard of that.
Drum roll, please. This is one of the best websites
Yeah.
that shows the money.
And
here it is.
There
Ta-da!
Yeah,
What a
Julie,
good-looking site.
Now, look at that. What a good-looking site that is. I don't want to brag.
Yeah, but come on. No
But let me
bragging,
tell you
but-
why this is good.
Yeah.
You want me to show you why?
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 I'll show you why. When somebody lands on the Camel website, they usually come from a Google search that says, looking for a Duda expert.
Yeah.
What does it say there?
The
Camel.co is
the do the expert.
for,
Do the solutions.
ta-da, and then it gives you the Camel.team are the Duda experts, and if you're a Duda agency, SaaS platform, or hire a pro looking for a Duda solution, your search can stop now.
Yep.
How powerful is that? Go Camel. Oh, movie's awake, baby.
Hey.
I love you, honey. Give my
CTA.
love.
She did say a good point. CTA is so important.
Oh, look at that.
No
Yeah.
need for Wikipedia
Oh,
content.
moving on. You've
Yeah.
got to marry that woman.
What a promoter. Yeah.
What a promoter. CTA, call to action. So important. No need for Wikipedia content. I love you, baby.
That's the thing with the opening statement as well. You don't have to go
Nope.
so creative. You don't have to go poetic at it.
No.
As straightforward as you can get for your business that helps more than you can think.
Yeah.
No need to scroll
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Because you're aiming to get that people's attention in the 2.6 seconds that you're in.
2.6.
Yeah.
We
You
got
need
it.
to put everything important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got a question. What is my CTA? Inquire now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. But what's it got on the right-hand side? Sexy,
Samples.
gorgeous websites.
It shows what we are offering. It
I
shows
recognize-
how well we can do it as well.
I recognize those ones though. Yeah, I recognize that one.
Did you make it?
Did you?
The Hero Japanese restaurant.
Oh yeah, it's you.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Do you know who built that?
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's Hero. Look.
Hang on a minute. Let me ask you, Melody, who built that magnificent Hero Japanese restaurant?
Well, it's none other than our very own Hero.
Hero!
I'm expecting a lot of sales for that template starting.
Thank you
this time.
very much.
Thank you very much.
And what's the other one?
The other one is JP's.
Oh,
Ah.
JP.
You can't argue with that.
Did you know that the moment we mentioned the word JP,
Yeah.
hearts flutter.
Yeah.
Their hearts flutter. Women all over the world.
Yeah.
They just go, who is this mysterious
Marriage
design man?
proposals.
Marriage proposals.
Left and right.
Right? Me, I get threats. Right? People, send things say you better leave town. Right, okay, so summarise everything we've said this morning. Right? Make it fast.
Responsive.
Navigation.
Yeah.
And the rest, you can fake it till you make it,
Yeah,
folks.
exactly.
Right.
You just have to put your focus on those 3 points, because without those 3, you won't even have, the customers won't be even staying
No.
to check out the rest of the
They
site.
won't even have a chance to look at your site.
Yes.
Nope.
All the other efforts will be wasted.
Have
from
a
that.
great image, acknowledge why they're there, and have a call to action, and there's no need to...
Yeah. Where's the order?
How do I order? How do I contact you guys?
I love that. Hey, I tell you, that was pretty legendary.
Yeah, it was.
That was
It's,
pretty good.
it's really
You
good.
did a good job of that.
It's gonna stick into my
We're
mind.
down to the last 4 minutes, folks. So now we're drum roll. Coming soon.
Ooh.
I
Now,
love the curtains.
how good's it? Who did that graphic?
JP, of course.
Oh, hearts
I'm a beautiful
flutter.
guy.
Come on.
JP, heartthrob of the digital marketing
Yeah.
world. Women under the age of 25. Right?
What
Okay.
can't you do, JP?
Now, what we're going to do here, because I'm an idiot, right? I have no idea technically.
Yeah.
So you're going to do,
The QR, the scan me one.
okay, and you're going to do,
The other one.
okay, so drum roll please, over to Melody. These are widgets, by the way.
Yeah, it's a sneak peek on what our team is now doing on the widgets. We won't give you too much because, as said, it's a sneak peek, but it will get your interest. And the first one, you can say it's a scan me. I think you're all familiar with how scan me works, especially now.
Yep.
Can you have your? I'm using you as a prop, as an example.
Using
You
you
have
as a
this
prop.
guy. He's on his phone. He has this on his person always.
Yeah.
Do you think he has time to go on a website in a desktop and click something?
Yep.
No, he's gonna use his phone and do a scan.
Do you want a demo?
Sure. Thank
There
you for
we
our
go.
living prop. He is a very good job doing it. So
Yeah.
I think you can see how well this will work. Why am I?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do
Come on.
that. Come on.
What did you do?
You're playing around with the...
Yeah, I just yeah. So as you can see, we're on our phones always. We don't have time sometimes to even click on something, to even
Yeah.
type. Okay, visit our site. Okay, do you want me to type this? Who has time to do that? You got 2.6 seconds.
Who has...
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want things to be quick, easy, convenient for us.
Even connecting to Wi-Fi is a
Yeah.
matter of scanning now.
Yes.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Who wants to type a password
type
when
a
you can just
password?
scan?
Apple is the best feature of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not taking
Apple.
advantage of that, I assume.
Apple.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so overall, does that get the seal of approval?
Very much.
Thank you.
When this was first revealed to us, all of our reactions in that meeting was like,
Yeah.
yes, yes, give it to us.
Thank you. Thank
gonna be
you.
good.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
give
like
it to you,
no,
yes.
AJ was funny about that. I shared it with you. And he goes, now AJ will be jumping out of his skin. He'll be ordering it. We've got to watch AJ though. We're going to have to put AJ on some, control thing. He might have to go to the Stop Buying Widgets Association. But they might have a chatbot.
Yeah. Don't do that.
And then away you go. We love you, AJ. Anyway, over now to Hero, who will explain the second widget. Because the Camel brings out 2 new widgets a month.
Yes.
Unlike other suppliers who we don't even mention. Right?
Come on.
Right? We don't mention
I
them.
was looking at you, it's like, what are you gonna
Scripts and
do?
plugins, we
Yeah.
don't mention.
I was ready to do this when
Yes.
you started
Yeah,
talking about the
and then-
competitors. No,
Yeah.
now you better stop.
You should have seen our reactions. Both of us were like,
Yep.
Oh, I didn't mean that. Okay. Shut up, Shane.
Yeah.
Now, go, Hero.
Yeah, so for the other one, as you can see, there is a sliding tracker for it, the volume controller. You pretty much probably have an idea that it's gonna be some sort of a player. But yeah, I won't spoil too much, but it's gonna offer more flexibility than what we have right now. So you're gonna be able to play around more in terms of, well, your audio specifically. So if you're
Player.
creating a podcast on your website or something like that, that's gonna be useful, so you should stay tuned for our update.
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you can scan the podcast and
We can make
Wow!
Probably.
So would you say that's going to be recommended and highly used?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow! And because it's the Camel widget, it's built in the Duda widget builder,
Yeah.
which
Not gonna
unlike
crash.
some people,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
Right? And it's hosted in AWS with all the other wonderful Duda goodies.
The uptime.
And you'll be safe and secure and sleep at night. No need for hot chocolate.
Yeah.
But you'll be good because the Camel widgets coming soon.
Yeah.
And like, oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry, Jonah. I'm so sorry that I pelted your microphone. Right? And like all Camel widgets, buy one, use every single site.
Yeah.
Which means
It's yours.
it doesn't put us on the road of riches and glory,
But yeah.
you'll be protected, and it allows you to upsell, sell more, bigger and better, faster sites that are all in Duda, and people will be so excited, there'll be no gone to the wind, and it'll all be, oh my last, someone showing me the money, and they will say, you had me at the last.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, time's up.
It's a good talk. Again.
It was
Yeah.
a great talk.
It's a very good topic.
Great talk, as per usual. At the end of our show, we want to thank our sponsors.
Yeah.
We want to thank Harley Davidson and Manila. Beautiful people. Boop, boop, boop. I love you guys. I don't want to thank Manila traffic. I don't. Okay, I don't. 3.5 hours
Yeah.
to go 87 kilometres, folks. And I felt like a barbecue
So bad.
chicken. Oh, shocking. Right, what do you do? Harley Davidson and Manila. We want to thank L'Oreal.
Yep.
We want to thank, who's the skin people?
Noah.
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 Yeah.
Right, we want to thank JW.org. We want to thank Apple.
Apple.
Because
We're still waiting.
We want to
By
thank
the way.
Sponsorship.
Sting.
Yep. Drink of the
Sting.
champions. We're waiting for the mocks.
Bahanaman.
I
Bahanaman.
like that.
Bahanaman. Who else
Really
we want to thank? Want to thank Duda, of course.
Of course.
I want to give a shout out to everyone
Yeah.
of our crew, especially JP.
Yep. AJ, who's been
AJ,
consistently
because he's
watching
always,
the
we
stream.
love AJ.
Yeah.
Which AJ's company is
Create my site.
Create My Site, right? Also give a shout out to Moomy, who makes the most beautiful babies in the world, because Annie, our daughter, is magnificent. Also want to thank San Miguel Pale,
Yes.
Johnny Walker, because we bought a bottle of that last night.
Ah.
Johnny Walker whiskey, great whiskey.
Yeah, it
Right?
is.
Want to thank
Very good.
7-Eleven
Ooh.
for selling it to me.
Okay. I was wondering why.
And I want to thank Alphamart,
Oh.
because they had beef tupper.
Yeah, they
And
do.
I did a
something.
thing last night with beef tupper.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Jamar for being that awesome. That's Jamar. Look, you look like the Thing,
Yeah.
you know, on the
From
Addams
Wednesday.
Family.
Yeah.
Mysterious and spooky. They're absolutely kooky. I bet you not many people could sing that.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, it's my vintage. I want to thank Melody, legend, and remember, Melody owns.
Yep.
Not to be confused with the rappers doing money.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
it's not
that.
that.
Is it
It's
one big
scroll.
or two? What is it?
That's
It's
it's
a-
the for the rappers it's hold on because they're
Yeah.
showing
And
them
what
up.
is yours?
Yeah.
One
You
finger,
don't-
folks.
You don't need 2 fingers to scroll.
All right, you only need one
Gonna
finger.
mess up with your
Melody's
phone.
invented that.
Yeah.
Did you invent anything today?
Nah.
I
Sorry.
did.
His hair is enough.
Yeah.
Oh, your hair's always good. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the Camel Cow
Yeah.
live stream from Lipa City, Batangas, Philippines. It's awesome. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.